Hey, Shalawam, I just want to say all praise to YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, in the name of his only begotten Son, YAHAWAH and the Holy Spirit, whom is our strength and our Redeemer and our light and our salvation. All right, with that, Shalawam, all right, to the elect of Israel, all right, including the 144,000 governing body of the house of David, along with the rest of the 1/3 elect men, women, and children of Israel, including you so-called Black, Hispanic, Native American Indians, and Israelite foreigners, all right, whom of the Lord YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, chosen people of the nation Israel. And with that, Mashana, Kabawaidim Lahasaquanium, Shalakalawarakab, all right, meaning double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the true shepherds of Israel, pushing the sound doctrine of faith, truth, and sincerity. All right. And this fellow servant, Malak Rayab, she's back at it again with another video through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, all right, which is the true Hebrew names of the Heavenly Father, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM in the name, YAHAWASHI, all right, true name of the Messiah, Bahashem in the name, Slakia, Barak in the Holy Spirit, rather, okay, of the true divine force of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, that is of our truth and our light and our strength and our Redeemer. All right, and this is another Charagma update. You know, as further influenced by that first video or the initial video depicted in the beginning or played in the beginning of the lesson by the brother from the GMS Watchman channel. You know, dealing with the NATO ally Lithuania. All right, being the first European country, you know, to pass those mandatory draconian measures down there in Europe. All right, you know, dealing with the regime of the V-Pass. All right, and restricting people from entering in certain establishments and you know, organizations and businesses and whatnot. You know, mainly supermarkets and banks. It really stood out to me, you know, on that list. You know, because this is this devil putting chokehold that much more on this world. Okay, because this is a global agenda, man, and this is really you know, further you know, making this Charagma more mainstream. Okay, because it says in the book of Joel, the 20th chapter, that the heavens would expose or reveal his iniquity, man, his sin upon sin, his evil. Okay, on behalf of this dragon, Ashashua. Okay, the self-proclaimed white man. All right, Ashashua, Adewamia. Okay, the devil the Bible speaks of, and him, you know, further looking to put the final touches on this agenda, right, to usher in and normalize and eventually, you know, make this Charagma mandatory, man. Okay, so it was very spiritual, you know, that you know, that the Spirit had revealed to me that Lithuania is a NATO ally. Okay, that became the first European country to make, you know, that regime mandatory in regards to, you know, vast and severe restrictions, man. You see, and it's also not a coincidence that another top EU and NATO ally on behalf of Sweden, okay, has been in the news headlines recently and further pushing out the agenda of what? The Charagma, because that's one of the last few major prophecies that comes to pass simultaneously with Harmagad I, World War III, before the Lord, Yahawashi, and angels, you know, destroys this place, Babylon, all right, that well-favored harlot, America, okay, you know. So what these devils are doing to further keep control of the narratives is pushing the convenience factor, which I'm going to emphasize on in this lesson, man. You see, through the quote-unquote internet way of things, okay, you know, of normalizing normacy, okay, or looking to maintain normacy that's never going to return through the convenience factor of technology, you see, all right, and these top EU NATO allies of America, the well-favored harlot, pushing of helping this harlot, you know, further push these, you know, this agenda out there, man. You see, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring out some information here, you know, dealing with the convenience factor component of this agenda, all right, which is prophesied, okay, all right, to further tear down strongholds and stumbling blocks, and more importantly, further edify and exhort the elect, Adam Ratazah. So bring out a couple of articles, you know, dealing with the convenience factor, starting here on Business Times, where it says here, as I roughly paraphrase this, Vicky, Charagma insertion as dragons use port pass raises questions, concerns over data privacy. All right, the Vicky pestilence has changed the lives of nearly everyone, if not all. But despite the continued efforts to return to normalcy, the global crisis has yet to conclude, with the pestilence remaining in circulation. It says, experts say, though, that dragon juice is a key to stopping the pestilence. This explains why it has become a great deal to be fully dragon juiced today. Many industries and sectors have accordingly emphasized the need for proof of snake bites. All right, the dragon juice. As a result, dragon juice port passes and certificates have become a requirement in most establishments. But these documents entail some challenges as the world becomes more inclined into the Internet of Things. The desire to make things more connected, now peep this, continues to emerge due to the convenience it offers. See? Hence the arrival of dragon juice port pass charagmas. You see that? So this is what they're doing, man. You see, they know the skepticism and hesitancy is arising, you know what I'm saying, by the truth, further exposing, this dragon juice, man. Okay, case in point. You see, and this is what these devils are doing, man. Okay, this is what they're doing clearly. So let me go ahead and get this. Let me see, where was it? There's another article. Yeah, so this is on NY360.com, and it says charagma insertion under skin could be your Vicky dragon juice port pass. A rice-sized charagma insertion or inserted under your skin could become your dragon juice port pass. See that? A Swedish tech startup says its device could be customized to display people's Vicky dragon juice records, according to a video the South China Post posted Friday on Twitter. Epic Center, based on Stockholm, says anyone who opts for charagma insertion can later change their minds and have the device removed. And this is the crafty subtlety of the tongue of Yahawah, man, the devil, the self-proclaimed white man, being a forger of lies, man. Further fulfilling St. Matthew 15:14, being a blind leaders of the blind, okay, leading the blind into a ditch, those who are dead, okay, within the counsel of this dragon, man. The Western philosophy of America, Babylon the Great, prophesied in Revelation, the 17th chapter, and bring out Adam, okay, because case in point, they say this, okay, where basically what they're promoting is that much more further, the convenience factor through the idea of being a demigod, through transhumanism, okay, which is a further fulfillment of another end time prophecy in 2 Timothy, the 3rd chapter, okay, where it says men shall be lovers of themselves, okay, taking selfies all on social media, okay, getting the charagma put in them, okay, to feel more like a god by opening doors without your keys, you know what I'm saying, purchasing things as is prophesied in Apocalypto, the 13th chapter rather, okay, Revelation, okay, verses 16 on down, you see, and this is all being revealed within this convenience factor, man, okay, to further control the narratives on their satanic agenda, because the truth is spreading that much more further, okay, because they say right here, case in point, that if you take it, you can be removed. But in Revelation 14 chapter, verses 8 to 10, it says, if you take this charagma, you will be destroyed, man. Okay, within that fervent heat that YAHAWASHI and angels are going to bring, man. Okay. So I'm going to continue. It says right now, it's very convenient to have a Vicky port pass always accessible on your insertion. Hans Joblob, Epic Center's chief disruption officer, says in video. So there you have it, man. You see, I'm just scratching the surface on the convenience factor because it mentions it more, okay, within devices of the headlines of these devices, man, because it's ultimately the wine of the well-favored harlot, America, Babylon the Great, man. All right, to normalize this agenda, so the resistance factor is that much more under control, okay. So I'm going to get the first precept in Habakkuk chapter 2, starting at verse 5. I'm going to get verse 5. It says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine. He is a proud man. Okay. Neither keep it at home. This vagabond. Okay. The ancestor of Cain. Okay. Was a vagabond on earth marked with leprosy. Okay. And he was reincarnated as Yahawah in Genesis, the 25th chapter. Okay. Being that his blood is translucent through his skin. Okay. A further memorial of his wickedness, man, being wasted away. Okay. In his appearance. Hence the Hebrew word Yahawah, meaning wasted away is he, because that's the depiction of the self-proclaimed white man. And more importantly, him being wasted away in his spirit. Why? Because like it says in Hebrews 12, verses 16 on down, he is a profane man outside of the temple. Okay. All right. And when you look up that word profane in the Greek, babeos, it means ungodly. And this is the self-proclaimed white man. His whole global agenda through this satanic NWO is clearly satanic, man. Okay. Because he is wasted away in his spirit and in appearance. Okay, the red dragon, and that's that proud man. Okay, need to keep it at home. Okay, conquering and invading other lands to destabilize the economies and governments and set up puppet leaders they can trust, like Juan Guaido in Venezuela, for example. Okay, you see, so this is a devil, man. All right, neither keeping at home. It says, neither keep it at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, like it says in Revelation, the 6th chapter, in Revelation 6 and 8. Okay, that pale horse. Okay, symbolic of death. Okay, it says his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth into him all nations and heapeth to him all people. Because why? This is a global agenda, man. You see, so I'm going to jump over to Revelation chapter 17, and that's why they have NATO and the EU involved. Okay, including Lithuania, prophesied in Revelation 17 chapter. Okay, further pushing this agenda. All right, and that's those 10 toes spoken about in the book of Daniel, man, of that dragon. Okay, all right, with teeth of iron, symbolic of their iron weapons, their swords. Why? Because Ashashua's blessing is the sword, the self-proclaimed white man, and how he was to obtain the fatness of the land through his blessing, man. And how and the fatness of the land includes him controlling these resources, man, through this biological warfare, man. Okay, including that embargo crisis on the West Coast, man, where further influencing the hyperinflation. Okay, you know what I'm saying, and the stagnation and whatnot, the great resignation, all these movements of the decline of the society, man, because they're getting ready to we're in a paradigm shift, okay, of this place becoming a completely converted satanic playground, man, okay, where they're controlling everyone through the charagma, the masses, that is, okay, whose name is written in the earth to take it, okay, out of the fear factor they push, okay, through their enchantments, you see, and whatnot, you see. And this is who this is talking about. America, Babylon the Great, on behalf of this devil. Revelation 17:1. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will shew unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters, many governments. And that's why in Isaiah 25:7 it prophesies how this same harlot, okay, is a wicked covering cast of the entire earth. Okay. All right. The glory of the Chaldeans. All right. Through this modern day empire of the modern day Chaldeans. All right. Mystery Babylon. Revelation 17:2, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth, the masses, have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Okay. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns. And this woman is a well-favored harlot spoken about in Nahum, the 3rd chapter. All right. Nahum 3 and 4. Okay. And that's America. Okay. And what further confirms that, her support system of her European comrades and conglomerates, man. All right, the 7 heads representing NATO, okay, which is UK, Asia Major and Asia Minor, okay, Rome, France, Germany, and Spain. Okay, then you have the 10 horns mentioned here. It says having 7 heads and 10 horns. The 10 horns is the EU, okay, including Australia, okay, Sweden. You see that pushing. The further pushing the road, all roads to the charagma, okay, through the various components of this agenda, including the Vicky, man, okay, including the dragon juice. This is what this is about, man, okay, and that's why it's not a coincidence that the next year they have that movie Implanted coming out, okay, around the same time where they have Elon Musk, preparing to insert people with the charagma through his company, through Tesla and whatnot, okay. So this is all prophesied, man. Okay, so I'm going to jump over to Revelation 16 and 13, and it reads, and I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. Now that dragon is a reference to the Roman Empire spoken about in the pagan Roman Empire in Daniel the 7th chapter, Daniel 7:7. Whose teeth were like iron, symbolic of Ashashua's sword. The iron swords they were using in the formidable Roman Empire. Further confirms this is a reference to the Roman Empire. Okay. And an extension of that Roman Empire is that little horn spoken about in Daniel 7 and 8, which is America, man, which further lines up with Revelation, the 13th chapter. Okay. All right. Revelation 13:11 on down, man. Okay. Further confirms America is Rome all over again. America is the pagan Greco-Roman Empire all over again, man. Okay, further fulfilled in Malachi the 1st chapter and Revelation the 20th chapter, where that dragon would come out of the rise out of the bottomless pit, okay, symbolic of Europe, okay, a place of death, where the bubonic plague took place around, man, okay, that place of a lack of resources, all right, disease and filth of the many abominations of the multitude of whoredoms of the dragon, okay, all right, on behalf of this dragon, and that's Joshua, the self-proclaimed white man, who brought his filth over here to America, Babylon the Great, and contaminated this land, okay, and it's been contaminating the world through this wine, and that's why the masses are in fear by way of this Omarion variable, man, because it's just another part of their devices, all right, to further justify the convenience factor, okay, all right, to ease up the tensions of people drinking the dragon juice, ultimately take the charagma. So from the top, Revelation 16:13, and I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, okay, all right, which is the embodiment of the Roman Empire, the Roman Empire's military, modernly known as representative of D.C., Washington D.C. of the tri-states, okay, the representative of the Pentagon, okay, and that's why you've had these different officials and representatives on behalf of the Pentagon and top NASA experts come out and say basically question whether or not UFOs in the Bible and whatnot. That's been more in the headlines now. Why? Because they know that YAHAWASHI and the angels are going to come back and fight him, Joshua, the dragon, and his angels. Okay, angels meaning messengers, including his NATO and EU allies. Okay, and their military personnel of those allies. You see? Okay, in his last world's war, man, they know that's coming, man. Okay, so this is a dragon. Okay, on behalf of DC. All right, of the Pentagon. All right, then you have the mouth of the beast. All right, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. All right, so that represents the military aspect, the dragon. Okay, then you have the UK representing the financial aspect. Okay, Mother America. Okay, all right, or Mother Britain of America. Okay, and then you have the false prophet, which is represents the spiritual aspect of this Idumean confederacy. Okay, which Rome, okay, is a part of this agenda, and hence why. And I'm gonna bring out some information on that, on how the king of Rome has justified the charagma, as you see here. PraiseDC.com. It says El Papa Francis gives support to charagma insertion. Okay, and this was reported several years ago. Okay. Years before it even became mainstream. So this further confirms, man, this agenda has always been orchestrated. So it says, in a controversial move by the Catholic Church, El Papa has come out in vocal support of charagma technologies and the extraordinary potential they hold for mankind. The outrage stems from a belief held by many evangelicals, fundamentalists, and Catholics that charagmas are the M-O to the T to the B, spoken about in their Holy Books chapter regarding the end of the world. You have to see that? Because it's one of the ending prophecies, okay, before Yahweh shall return. The King of Kings and Lord of Lords. It says, during the Pontiff's weekly general address, he spoke to the crowd about his view on the charagma technology and assured his many followers that no spiritual harm can come from receiving a charagma insertion. You see that? See this, and see, this further confirms that this is the mouth of the false prophet, the Roman Catholic Church, man. Okay, the spiritual aspect of this Idumean confederacy, man. Speaking great blasphemies against the Holy Spirit, man. That's why it says in Isaiah 8:20, to the law, to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, there is no light in them. Okay, point blank, period, man. Okay, all right, and that's why. All right, further confirms this is the devil the Bible speaks of, man. Adding and removing from the scriptures, man. Preceding Revelation 22nd chapter, because they're saying there's no harm that can come to you if you take it. But now the whole vibration that they claim to be aligned with or associated with, okay, which is supposed to be of the scriptures, okay, that they supposedly believe in, says that if you take it, you will be destroyed. Revelation 14 verse 8 to 10, man. You see? All right, and that's why here in 1 John, let me get this real quick. 1 John chapter 2, verse 18 reads, little children, it is the last time, and as ye have heard that anti-Messiah, anti-Mashiach shall come, even now are there many anti-Mashiachs, whereby we know that it is the last time. He's living out the course of his last days, man. The bounds he could not overpass, pursuing the book of Job. Okay, this is this devil's final stand, man. That's why he's coming with great wrath, and only he has but a short time. That's the real reason why the Charagma is becoming more, publicized in the mainstream media like never before. Because they're getting ready to roll it out, man. The technology is already here. They're just further refurbishing the sword, through this further avenue of this agenda, and that's through the dragon juice, man. You see, through the convenience factor of it, so they can further use gradualism, okay, to replace the dragon juice with the Charagma, man. We're not ignorant of these devil devices, man. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this other precept, Proverbs chapter 8, verse 12. It reads, I, wisdom, dwell with prudence and find out knowledge of witty inventions. Okay. I mean, it's because, and this knowledge is from above, man. Covering the earth like water, roughly paraphrasing Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 14. You see? And that's why, through the spirit and power of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, further tearing down these strongholds and stumbling blocks spoken about in 2 Corinthians 10 and 4, people are starting to become more skeptical and hesitant of this agenda, man. You see? Case in point, when you look up the word witty inventions in the Hebrew, all right, it's mazamah, okay, meaning device, discretion, purpose, evil devices. See? And these are evil devices looking to normalize, man. All right. You see? So this devil is finished, man. So getting back to the convenience factor. All right. Well, now that I'm speaking about this devil, all right, speaking about the mouth of the false prophet dealing with the Roman Catholic Church, this devil, okay, has something referred to as the world's something coming out in next year, 2022. All right. And let me go ahead and get it here. So basically it's a World Economic Forum. Here it is, World Religion Headquarters. See, World Religion Headquarters to open 2022. Now, why does it say one world religion, as in restraint in the Latin tongue? Because this is a global agenda, man. It's becoming that much more substantiated, man, of secular history filtered to biblical prophecy. Okay, so it says the Catholic Muslim Interfaith Council. Okay, that same council, is further spoken about in Isaiah 29 chapter. Satanic. Says it's created by El Papa, announces new Chrislam headquarters opening in 2022 that combines a mosque and church according to signed covenant. So basically what they're doing is they're using the premise or the guise of religion to further unite the minds of the masses, all right, into this agenda through their enchantments of these devices, man. They're satanic devices. Now, case in point, and you jump down here, it further gives you the outline of this forum coming out next year, scheduled for next year. Okay, one world religion, one world currency, which is a Charagma. See, and Francis already said he supports it, right? Says one world government. You see that? This is what this one world religion headquarters opening in 2022 is all about. See, and that's why here. Let me jump down a little bit. It says here, dealing with the mouth of the false prophet, says here, 2022 World Peace Day message. El Papa calls for investment in education, not weaponry. Now, there's a main point here where it says, let me jump down a little bit. It says the World Day of Peace, instituted by St. Paul VI in 1968, is celebrated each year on January 1st. The solemnity of Mary, Mother of God. You see that? See, this is high level enchantments, man, where they're inciting demons, man, through an idea called polytheism, man, or the idea or belief in worshiping multiple gods, man. Okay, including Semiramis, okay, otherwise known as the Greek mother of all gods, the mother of Zeus included, which is otherwise known as Ceres in Greek folklore. Okay. In which they otherwise, through the influence of Constantine and the Dark Ages under the Nicene Council, okay, considers as Mother Mary, man, the fusion of pagan principles and the gospel, which is why they further justify, quote unquote, venerating or worshiping so-called Saint Mary, or Mother Mary, man, the mother of Yahawashi, who they worship as Semiramis. You see that? And this is a further fulfillment of Isaiah the 19th chapter, where they would seek to the charmers of idolatry, okay, because they see that the spirit of bondage is wearing off over the earth, okay. You see, this, like Isaiah the 19:3 says, the spirit of bondage is failing in Egypt, the house of bondage, and that modern day Egyptian empire is America, man. Okay, what further confirms that through the spirit? Okay, all right, the pagan roots of this council. Okay, maybe in fact, let me go ahead and get that real quick. Dealing with the mouth of the false prophet. Babylonian and pagan roots of the Catholic Church. Okay, and you see it here. Okay, upside down cross, Satanism. A lot of these rappers put on their, tattoo on their faces and bodies and whatnot. Okay, you see this devil here, which I believe is Pope Benedict. Okay, clearly worshiping Dagon publicly with that fish hat to commemorate the Philistine god Dagon. And then while he simultaneously has that false image of YAHAWASHI, the false image of the Messiah on that cross, bent up. Why is it bent up? It's going to reveal it right here. Okay, right here. Let me jump down a little bit. The traditional Catholic crucifix is straight. In the picture, we can see so-called Catholic bent cross. Bent cross is a symbol of Satanism that portrays miserable and suffering Messiah. You see that? So all this religion shit is satanic, man. In case of point, in the Latin tongue, it means restraint. For the prophesied in 1 Maccabees 1:43. So this is the legacy of white supremacy, man. Carnality, okay, and witchcraft, okay? And that's why here, okay, it says on News Target, NYC, okay, of the tri-state, all right, including DC, which is further prophesied in Revelation 16th chapter of that dragon, the embodiment of the Roman Empire's army, okay, otherwise known as the Pentagon, okay, includes the tri-state member, Washington, okay. So oddly enough, within that tri-state, you have what? NYC announcing door-to-door dragon juice teams that will come to your house and pay you $100 to take the death dragon juice. See that? This is their agenda, ultimately, to normalize the charagma. Okay. So this is back in, so I'm gonna go back to Revelation. Matter of fact, before let me go ahead and bring out another article, one more article. Let me go ahead and bring it out real quick. I might have already read it. Salakia, no, this is not it. I believe. Let me see. Yeah, I already read this. Let me go back. There's one more article I want to read. Let me see. Salakia. Let me see. Well, actually, that was it. Yeah, there might have been one more. Let me see here. Yeah, but I believe the point has been made, man. That's pretty much the point. This is the convenience factor these devils are pushing, man. Okay, like it says here in this article. Okay, right now it's very convenient to have the Vicky port pass accessible on your insertion of the charagma. See that? This is what they're doing. Okay. So these devils are finished, man. Oh, this is the other article.